a verdict in this trial up in Minnesota. So I thought I would just go live and see if there's something that people wanted to say about this. It's kind of a difficult subject here on YouTube on this platform, so I'm going to stay away from the more graphic aspects of all this. I did save some old articles, though, from this time last, well, not this time last year, but May, June of last year. And I think it's instructive because CNN had put out an article talking about the different charges that are being weighed here. And 1 second while I get to where I can see your guys' comments. I don't normally do this, so being my own moderator and content creator at the same time is a little bit difficult. They've had this up now for nearly an hour, this empty screen, talking about having reached a verdict. Plus, I don't think I have the camera quite right. Lives are not my specialty, guys, so just kind of bear with me for a minute. But there is an old article from NBC that I thought was very instructive in this. And this goes way back, almost a year ago. Minneapolis police rendered 44 people unconscious with the type of restraint that was used in this case. Now, when you read in the article, it wasn't just 44 times. That's how many times people went unconscious. They used neck restraints 237 times. So my question would be this with the charges. They would have to go back and look at all of those cases, because what they're alleging was depraved indifference. Well, if they're saying because of what was done here, that's evidence of third degree, or if that's evidence of the other two charges, then they have a problem on their hands. They have 237 other cases that would show the exact same, well, not the exact same outcome, but the exact same actions. Because depraved indifference is depraved indifference, regardless of how you, what the ultimate outcome is. And that's where this is really going to be kind of a problem. Because if they say there was depraved indifference based on the actions, then once again, as reported by NBC News, it says right here, since the beginning of 2015, officers from Minneapolis have rendered people unconscious with these restraints 44 times. They actually used the restraints on that particular part of the anatomy 237 times in that span. So, and this is just Minneapolis. This isn't even just all of Minnesota. So, anyway, I just wanted to, of course, the first person I would get would be a troll who has his mind made up, who don't believe that people are entitled to the presumption of innocence, right, Sean? You don't believe people are entitled to the presumption of innocence simply because they're a police officer. And of course, why would we not have a liar about forced vaccinations, Todd? This is one of the reasons that I don't do lives, is because people think in the comments they can just make believe lies and then put them in the comments and get people to respond to them, because nobody can verify what they say. Their comment is just taken as truth, and people will, just by it. And this is why a lot of YouTube comments get deleted and people get redacted, is because they just say lies like Todd and Sean. So I figured this is, since we're still waiting here for what they're going to say, this is a good time to go ahead and call these people out that just don't want to go to their own platforms, meaning they have an account with YouTube, meaning that they could upload their own videos with their own opinions on their own platforms, but they won't do that because they're too cowardly. They go to big channels like this one in the comments section because they know they'll get a lot more play here. They'll get a lot more view here because they can't get the view on their own with their own opinions. And that's why I redact a lot of people, because it's just cowardly. I mean, I started my channel in October of 2018. Pardon me, 2016. Pardon me, October 2016. And I had 2 subscribers. 2. And all I had done prior to that was just guitar play on YouTube. That was it. Just me and a camera and a guitar. And I was able to, just pointing a cell phone at a computer screen, build a channel to 127,000 subscribers in 4 years. And I never once went to another big channel and promoted my channel or told lies. You see another thing, Wolf Lover, that's the how about them. See, whenever you hear about Russians in the news, you know that the left is trying to get you to not look at something else. Whenever you hear about, oh, Russia this or China that, it is always a distraction technique used by the mainstream media. Always. And as far as the verdict goes, either way, they're going to have a problem. And it's not going to be the riots. Because if they find the guy guilty, it's going to open up civil suits and criminal suits across this country. Because what they are alleging is the actions taken were out of line and not with police policy. But as I have over here on the right, this is from NBC News, those exact actions were taken 237 times. 237 times. This is June 1, 2020. Minneapolis police rendered, and of those 237 times, 44 went unconscious. In this particular case with Mr. Floyd, you know, he'd lost his life. But as we can see, there were extenuating circumstances. So are they going to go after the other 237 officers? All right, hold on. Hold on. It's going live. I'm going to let this guy speak.
All rise for the jury. All right, please be seated. Members of the jury, I understand you have a verdict. Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin. District Court, 4th Judicial District, State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, Count 1. Court file number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Jury foreperson 019. Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you individually if these are your true and correct verdicts. Please respond yes or no. Juror number 2, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 9, are these your true?
All right, that's all I wanted to hear. No big surprise there. So, anyway, as far as the events that will follow this, I'm not going to speculate on it. It's just sad. It truly is sad. It's just one of those days in America that I'd hoped would never happen, that we punish police, for doing their job. But once again, not here in the state of Florida. So I'm going to end this because I'm sure if I did continue, there would be more trolls, and I just don't feel like dealing with them. So anyway, good luck up there in the north. You're going to get what you asked for. Like, share, subscribe.